Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first of two games tonight on C103. Why are there two games on C103 and not one of them on 99.5? Well, that's because it's Monday Night Football. The Bengals are over on 99.5, so both of our games will be on C103 this evening. I'm Ken Smith along with Ryan Dotson. We are courtside at West Union High School where the Lady Dragons are hosting the Lady Blue Jays of Ripley. Game number 2 tonight on C103 has Don Bowles and Brett Spencer. They are courtside at Eastern High School where the Warriors of Eastern are hosting the Mustangs of Lynchburg Clay. So that will be game number 2 tonight on C103. Let's talk about West Union and Ripley. Of course, you just heard Don Bowles talk about them a little bit in pregame report. We'll go a little bit more in depth here. West Union coming into this game 4-0 on the season. It's been a long time, Ryan, since West Union was 4-0 to start things off.
Yeah, a lot of excitement over here, I would say, right now.
There is. And as there should be.
Yes, there should be.
Yeah, West Union off to a good start. Looking at their schedule, Ryan, I think they can go as deep as 11-0. And I believe the last time they did that was the 84-85 season where they got all the way to 10-0 before they got their first loss. And I think there's an excellent chance they could get back to that same spot, right in that neighborhood for sure. There's a couple of possible stumbling blocks along the way. We don't want to sell anybody short there, but I think their first real chance at a loss is probably North Adams on January 13th. And at that point, they would be 11-0 if they make it to that game undefeated. All right, on the flip side, the Ripley Lady Jays, well, they're kind of off to a slow start. They are 0-2 in conference play, 1-2 overall. They have come out on the short side to Fayetteville and White Oak in conference play. The game they did win was against Blanchester. So, again, West Union undefeated, and the teams that they have beat, by the way, include Clinton Massey, Fairfield, Lynchburg, and Bethel Tate. So 2 conference wins, 2 non-conference wins. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the roster for the Ripley Lady Jays. And to do that, here's Mr. Ryan Dotson.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. Good to be with you here tonight. And what should be a pretty fun game with 2 young teams, both tracking in the right direction. On the roster tonight for Ripley, a 5'2 sophomore, number 3, Alyssa Fisher. Another sophomore wearing number 4 at 5'5, Lindsay Diatley. Number 5, Jasmine Young, a 5'7 sophomore. A junior at 5'8 wearing number 10, Chelsea Richards. A 5'9 junior, number 11, Callie Foltz. Number 12, Grace Taylor. She's a 5'4 senior. Number 14, a 5'2 freshman, Marlene Highfield. A 5'6 freshman, number 15, Amaya Enlow. A 5'1 senior, number 20, Mr. Brett Spencer's favorite name, Miss Bugbear. Number 21, Aubrey May. She's a 5'5 freshman. Another freshman at 5'4, number 22, Justice Craycraft. A 5'2 sophomore, number 23, Abby Taylor. A 5'7 junior, leading them in scoring tonight with 14 points, number 24, Brooklyn Manning. And rounding out the roster, number 30, Raquel Hackney, a 5'9 junior. The Lady Jays are coached by Brian Rabbit Littleton, assistant Jimmy Campbell, Elaine Manning, Kent Moore, Nia Royal, athletic director Mike Cooper, principal Chris Young, and superintendent Jamie Wilkins.
All right, that's a look at the roster for the Ripley Lady Jays as we continue the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. And, of course, your team rosters and starters brought to you by Magulac Tire Service. And the clock is winding down, so I'm not 100% sure if we're going to honor America again. I know they did that. They are not. Okay, they did it before the JV game. So, in that case, we will take only a quick break and be right back to look at the West Union roster right after this on C103.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. It's time to take a look at the West Union roster, brought to you by Magulac Tire Service. And to do that again, Mr. Ryan Dotson.
Yes, with West Union tonight, number 3, Violet Randolph. She's a 5-foot sophomore. Number 4, Emma Stapleton. She's a 5'11 junior. Ashla Staten. She's a 5'4 senior. She'll be wearing number 5, a 5'7 junior. Number 10, Nina McCann. Number 12, Jocelyn Hall. She is a 5'11 sophomore. A junior at 5'7", wearing 13, Kale Garrison. A sophomore at 5'6", number 20, Madison Stout. Olivia Lewis. She is a 5'8 senior, wearing number 21. A 6-foot junior, number 22, Shelby Weekly. Annabella McIntosh will be wearing number 23. She is a 5'3 sophomore. Cadence Cook, number 32, is a 5'11 freshman. And number 41, rounding out the roster, Madison White. She is a 5'3 sophomore. The Lady Dragons are coached by Jacob Stout, assistant Greg Stout, Logan McIntosh, athletic director Ethan Stricklet, and principal Mike Rose, superintendent Don Wallace.
All right, that's a look at the roster for both ball clubs. We're going to wrap up the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show by looking at the starters. That's, again, brought to you by Magulac Tire Service.
Out there starting for Ripley, number 3, Alyssa Fisher, that 5'2 sophomore. Callie Foltz, number 11, a 5'9 sophomore. Grace Taylor, Brooklyn Manning, number 24. Raquel Hackney, number 30.
And starting for West Union?
West Union start number 5, Ashla Staten. Madison Stout, number 20, a sophomore. Olivia Lewis, number 21. Number 22, Shelby Weekly. And number 23, Annabella McIntosh, a 5'3 sophomore.
And the Lady Dragons control the tip. They have the basketball facing what looks like a 3-2 zone or a 1-2-2. Now kind of back more into a 3. They get Ashla Staten on the left side, low block. Nice cut on the baseline. Shot did not connect. Rebound fought for, and finally the Lady Jays will have it. So the Lady Jays will bring the basketball up the floor. They're going to face a man-to-man defense applied by the West Union Lady Dragons with the basketball left side, Taylor. And a lob down inside. No opportunity for a shot. They'll kick it back out. With the basketball, Manning gets it to Hackney. Hackney for a 3. That one's no good. Staten pulls down the rebound for the Lady Dragons. By the way, there are 3 more folks out there on the floor. That's the guys in stripes. Did we get those, Ryan?
No, but we're going to get them just here in a few moments.
All right. We'll get to that in just a minute. Shot attempted by the Lady Dragons ends up out of bounds off the rebound. It'll belong to the Lady Jays. Full court pressure being applied by West Union. Lady Jays looking to get it inbounds. They do to Taylor. Taylor picked up by Staten. They're going to try and throw a trap on. She goes over top of that across the timeline with a basketball. Manning, or a pass intended for Manning, is tipped as the Lady Dragons apply some pretty nice defense and get a turnover. They were able to force Ripley to turn it over. After the game, we'll get inside the game with our winning coach. Coach's Comment Show presented by ACRMC Family Medicine. And a 3-point shot off the right-hand side. I think that was Lewis, a little bit long. Ends up out of bounds off Ripley on the rebound. So the Lady Dragons will inbound. They're going to end up out top with McIntosh to Staten, back to McIntosh. Still that 3-2 zone defense, and a steal as Taylor able to get a hand in the passing lane and gets the layup. And the Lady Jays have the first score of the basketball game, make it 2-0. Stout has it, feeds it into Weekly. Back out, it will go to McIntosh. Now to Stout, they'll reverse it left side, Staten. Staten passes out top to McIntosh. Now Stout with it. Stops and pops from 12 feet out. Shot no good. Rebound put back by Weekly. Had it taken away, and then Staten with a putback. That one no good. And now it's going to end up out of bounds off West Union. So it'll be Ripley basketball. Missed opportunity there for the Lady Dragons. 3 attempts.
Yeah, I don't think Ripley wants to give them 3 attempts, though, here very often.
No problem there for the Lady Jays. Breaking the full court pressure. Left side shot for 2 by Hackney is good. Lady Jays out on top 4-0. Lady Dragons need to get the lid off the basket. Lewis with it out on the right side wing. Goes to Weekly, high post to Staten, low post for 2. It's good. Again, full court pressure. Ripley handles that. Taylor with the basketball. Goes left side in the corner to Hackney. They try to feed it inside to Foltz, and a foul committed by the Lady Dragons.
Looks like that foul is going to be on number 22, Shelby Weekly. Her first, team first.
Lady Jays looking to inbound underneath. They'll go all the way out top to Hackney. She'll hand it off to Taylor, and they'll set the offense. West Union still showing a man-to-man. Taylor dribbles to the right side, hands off over there to Fisher. She'll bring it top of the key, off the screen, stops. I think she had a foot on the line, just a 2. Yep, just a 2. A long 2. Makes the score 6-2. Lady Jays with a 4-point lead. Pass goes left side, Olivia Lewis for a 3. That one no good. Backside rebound is going to be controlled by Manning. Outlet to Taylor. Taylor wasting no time pushing it up the floor. 3-on-3. A little slow on that pass over to Foltz. Allows everybody to catch up. Now a shot from the baseline's no good. And on the rebound, West Union's got it. I think that's Stout. No, that is McIntosh. Sorry, McIntosh pushing it up the floor. Ends up going out of bounds off of Ripley. So West Union will inbound in the corner with 4:25 to go in the first. A substitution for West Union.
Yeah, checking in the game, number 4, Emmy Stapleton. Checking in for 22, Shelby Weekly.
West Union will inbound to Lewis. Out top. Lewis dribbling on the left side, loses it away. Ends up as a turnover. Coming up with it is Hackney for the Lady Jays. She'll get it to Taylor. Taylor out behind the three-point line. Hands it back to Hackney. Now Taylor will have it out top to set the offense. 4:09 to go in the first. Left side Fisher. She'll bring it around to the right side. Well, reverses back out top. Guarded out there by Staten. Hands it off to Manning. Now Foltz will have it. Foltz going inside to Hackney. Hackney's going to go down the right side of the lane. Running shot up, no good. And the rebound's going to be controlled by Stapleton for the Lady Dragons. Staten will have the basketball. Hands it off to McIntosh. Left side Lewis. Now to Stout. And then they go inside from the left side low block. Shot by Stapleton, no good. And the Ripley Lady Jays will push it up the floor. Taylor to Fisher. Fisher double teamed. Finally finds Taylor. Goes right side Hackney. And then Manning for a 3. No good. On the rebound, it's going to be Fisher. She'll kick it back out to Manning, who will try it a second time. That one no good. Foltz ends up with a rebound. Passes out to Hackney for another 3 attempt, and that one also off the mark. McIntosh will push it up the floor for the Lady Dragons. She'll load it up from the free throw line and drains it.
Nice pull-up jump shot.
Make it a 2-point ball game. OU Bobcats are the MAC champions as they put it all over Miami of Ohio last Saturday. They'll be headed to the Staff DNA Cure Bowl on Friday, December what? Okay, missing that off the liner sheet there. It's just in December. I know Matt has told me that at some point, probably on my phone. I'll have to look at that in just a minute. Hackney with the basketball left side as the Ripley Lady Jays trying to get something going. They'll go out top to Foltz. She'll try the 3. That one I thought might roll in, but it did not. Popped out. McIntosh will have the basketball. Passes left side to Stout. Back out to McIntosh. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Back left side again. Stout on the drive. Running shot no good. Stapleton with a put back, and it is good. And she's fouled. That'll tie the basketball game up at 6-all.
Checking into the game for Ripley, number 4, Lindsay Diatley. She's going to give Miss Brooklyn Manning a breather.
Foul got charged against Grace Taylor.
That's Grace's first foul. Also checking in, number 12, Jocelyn Hall.
Stapleton for the bonus, no good, and almost had the rebound. Stout couldn't hang on to it. With it's going to be Fisher. Tries to pass it back out to Taylor, and it's tipped by Stout. Tie ball game, 6 apiece with 1:52 to go. Let's take a look at the H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union. Again, 1:50 to go now in the first quarter. We are tied, 6 points apiece. Let's see if Hackney can break it. Left side for three, no good. They get the rebound and kick it back out. This time Hackney will drive in. Running shot, no good, but she's fouled. And I believe we're going to see Raquel Hackney go to the line to shoot two.
That foul's going to go on number 12, Jocelyn Hall. That's her first. Team second here in this first quarter.
Our good buddy David Dugan asks us to pass along that Santa and Mrs. Claus will be at the Ohio Tobacco Museum on Sunday, December 15th from 2 to 4 o'clock. Ryan, make sure that you get there and tell Santa what you want for Christmas.
There's a few things on my list.
You're not too big to sit on his lap yet either, right?
Nah.
Both free throws were good. That'll put the Blue Jays up 8-6. West Union with the basketball. Stapleton back out top. McIntosh likes the three, and she nails it. West Union takes their first lead of the basketball game with 1:17 to go in the first quarter. Back the other direction. Ripley loses it away. McIntosh with the basketball. And she has somebody sneak up from behind and knock the ball loose, and they're going to end up calling a foul, I think, against Ripley. Yeah.
I think that foul's going to go on Alyssa Fisher, number 3, her first.
I think actually 30. Yeah, they're going to give that to Raquel Hackney. That'll be her first.
Correction there. Checking back into the game is Foltz and Brooklyn Manning for Ripley.
On the inbound, Lewis has it, puts it up and in. Nice set play down underneath for an easy shot. Make it 11-8 the score with 50. Ripley with the basketball. By the way, we want to thank Sarah Rigdon. She is engineering everything back in the C103 studio for us, and Matt Hildebrand is engineering everything on Good Guys Radio TV tonight here courtside at West Union. By the way, if you do want to watch, you can do so. GoodGuysRadioTV.com. Three-point shot attempted out top by McIntosh was no good. Still 30 seconds on the clock. Taylor with the basketball. Plenty of time for the Lady Jays. Ahead they will go. Right side three-point shot no good off the hands of Abby Taylor. And they'll try it again out top this time for the shot was Diatley. And I think they're going to still get one more. Yep. Driving inside is Grace Taylor. Doesn't get the shot to go, but she's going to go to the line to shoot two.
That foul is going to go against number 4, Lindsay Diatley, her first.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank First State Bank for making this broadcast possible. There's a First State Bank branch near you in Southern Ohio and Northern Kentucky.
Grace Taylor rims that first one out. She's a 50% free throw shooter on the year here early in the season.
Well, that means she'll make this one, right?
She's due to.
That's what the stats say. By the way, Ashla Staten checked back in on the side of West Union.
And Raquel Hackney checked back in.
Second free throw is no good, but Ripley gets the rebound, put back underneath. First attempt no good, second attempt no good, but another foul committed by the Lady Dragons, and this time Brooklyn Manning will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
That foul looks like it's going to be on number 21, Aubrey May, her first.
Nothing goes better with basketball than Snappy Tomato Pizza. Call to order yours now from Seaman or West Union Snappies, proud sponsors of this broadcast.
Brooklyn Manning hits her first free throw. And Brooklyn hits her second free throw. She is 5 for 5 on the year, Ken, 100%.
Nice. With the basketball, the West Union Lady Dragons. Last second shot, and McIntosh. She didn't call it off the backboard, but we'll let her have it anyway. 14-8, long three-point shot at the buzzer by McIntosh. Extends the West Union lead. Stick with us. We're back with second quarter action right after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV.
to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
Gentlemen, we were a little late coming back, and you missed Fisher making a nice set play on the inbound to start the quarter, as I think it was Taylor that handed it off to her and got a nice layup. Makes the score 14-10. West Union with a miss, and Ripley now with the basketball. As we go back the other direction, Taylor with it out top. She'll drive down the right side of the lane. Running shot no good. With the rebound is going to be Stout. Stout brings it up the floor, goes right side to Staten, who is fouled on the floor. By the way, that Staff DNA Cure Bowl is Friday, December 20th. So not this Friday, but the next Friday. And you'll be able to catch all that action on 99.5 The Edge. Pregame at 11, kickoff is at noon. What do you got, Ryan?
That last foul was charged to Grace Taylor, number 12, her second.
Ooh.
Coach is going to trust her to be out there
Yep.
a little bit here. He needs these guards in there right now with the West Union pressure.
West Union looking to inbound underneath. They're going to go all the way out top to Staten. 2-3 zone being applied by the Ripley Lady Jays, and believe it or not, they're able to get a steal out of that. Ahead they go. Fisher on the drive, up and in. West Union came out of the huddle a little flat-footed. So they've allowed Ripley to, that makes it 14 all. Allowed Ripley to tie it up. Weekly at the free throw line for 2, no good, and then commits the foul on the rebound. We were talking about that during the JV game, which, by the way, West Union won that JV game. It was a close one. Came out with a victory there, 25-19. Again, the junior varsity contest. But Ryan, you and I were talking about how we used to call that over the back.
Yeah, now just a push. A push to gain some advantage.
Fisher drives in, kicks it out. Taylor with it left side. She'll drive inside, stops and pops in the paint. It's good. Ripley back on top by 2.
Nice ball movement.
With the basketball, McIntosh goes left side. Lewis for a 3. That one rims out. Rebound controlled by Manning. Taylor will now have it. Hands it off to Fisher. Fisher dribbling over on the left side, gets tied up in a dual possession. Good defense there by McIntosh. 6:09 to go in the first half. Just as Barry Chevrolet can hook you up with the keys to a new vehicle, we'll give you the keys to the second half with the Barry Chevrolet halftime report. That'll be coming up at halftime, of course. Right now, though, we've got a timeout on the floor, and we're going to take one as well. Ripley on top by 2, 16-14. We're back right after this.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained, because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the timeout, West Union Lady Dragons trying to run a trap defense. It does not work as the Blue Jays go over top the defense, and Hackney puts it up and in. And that puts the Lady Jays back on top by 4.
Give Raquel Hackney 6 points on the night, Ken.
Having a good game already. With the basketball, Lewis over on the left side. Lewis trying to drive in, loses it away, but tracks it back down. Shot up, no good. Stapleton with a putback is good. Head coach Rabbit Littleton, I don't think was too happy with that one. I think he wanted an over the back call, or a push, that is. So West Union will disrupt the action on the other end and knock it out of bounds. Ripley will inbound underneath the basket with 5:18 to go. They'll lob it into Hackney. Puts it up and in. Nobody there to put a hand in her face. Back to a 4-point lead for the Ripley Lady Jays. West Union passes it left side to Staten, and they try to reverse it right side but overthrow it, and it ends up out of bounds. Turnover, West Union.
Ripley's kind of in this extended 2-3 zone, really putting some ball pressure on the guards.
Yeah, that's what, a couple of turnovers we've seen out of that 2-3 zone defense. On the drive, Fisher is fouled. It'll be on the floor. Begin your pathway to completion today with Southern State Community College at sscc.edu. Thanks to Southern State for sponsoring our basketball coverage all season long.
That foul is going to be the second on number 4, Lindsay Diatley.
With the basketball, Manning to Fisher. Inside Hackney, back out to Manning. She goes to the corner, passes out to Hackney. Now Fisher will try a 3. That's no good. Rebound controlled by Stout. Stout brings it up the floor, gets inside the paint, passes back out to Lewis. Now they'll go to McIntosh right side for a 3. No good. And on the rebound, it's going to be thrown away, I think. Yeah. Manning lost it out of bounds, so it'll go back to West Union with 4:22 to go in the first half. McIntosh looking to inbound, finds Lewis in the paint, shots up and good. Missed defensive assignment there. Taylor with the basketball, left side Hackney, disrupted and tipped out of bounds by Stout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the H&R Block scoreboard update, brought to you by the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union. 4:10 to go in the first half. It's a 2-point ball game. Well, make it 4 points, because Hackney gets a little half hook inside the paint to make it 22-18. Ripley leading West Union. Again, 22-18.
Give Miss Hackney 10 points tonight so far early in this game.
We need to look and see what I think she's only averaging.
12.
Yeah, okay. So she's way ahead. West Union with a miss. Back the other direction. Lady Jays have it. Taylor passes in the corner to Fisher for 3. That one looked good but did not drop. Stout ends up with a rebound. Stout pushing it up the floor. Finds Stapleton down underneath. Stapleton has her shot blocked. Well, actually they're going to say a foul was committed by the Ripley Lady Jays. Stapleton will go to the line to shoot 2.
Give Alyssa Fisher her second foul.
Southern Hills Community Bank, they sponsor our tip-off show. That comes to you before each and every game here on C103. That's Southern Hills Community Bank with 8 locations across Southern Ohio. It's all throughout the shack. We had some substitutions, I think. Did you catch those, Ryan?
Yeah, number 4 checking in for Ripley, Lindsay Diatley was one of them.
Well, both free throws are good. Back to a 2-point game. Well, that changes again, as in the corner, Manning for a long 2 makes it 24-20. Timeout, Ripley. We're going to take one as well. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network and TV Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap?
We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, Snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy Delivery.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up at halftime, our producer, Sarah Rigdon, will get you caught up on everything happening in the world of sports with the Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update. Stay tuned for that. Stapleton with a basketball. She'll try a three. That one is no good. Rebound fought for. Staten comes up with it. And she tries to save the possession. I think they're going to say she stepped out, though. She's trying to knock it off Hackney. Speaking of Hackney, 12.3 points per game is what she averages. Manning averaging 14. How many does she have so far?
She's got 4. 2 for 2 from the free throw line with 4 points.
Fisher with the basketball for the Lady Jays. They leave her alone out top, and
nice
she makes the
setback.
Dragons pay. Biggest lead of the game for either team. Ripley Lady Jays on top by 7. Stout driving in left side off the glass and good.
That's her first 2 points of the night on a really nice baseline drive.
Back the other direction. Fisher driving inside is fouled.
That foul's going to be on Annabella McIntosh. That's her first foul of the night.
Very special game coming up on December 28th. It will be North Adams versus Hillsboro, and that's Riggs versus Cancer. I believe it's Riggs Grooms. And battling Cancer. And tip-offs at 6 o'clock, by the way. It'll be at North Adams High School, but they'll be doing a lot of different things to try and raise money for that family. It's a battle against Cancer. We'll talk more about that later. And what do we got? A foul committed by Ripley?
Yeah, that could be a costly foul here early. That looks like it's Alyssa Fisher's 3rd foul here in the half. Checking back in for Ripley also was number 11, Miss Callie Foltz.
West Union looking to inbound. They go out to Staten. She has to save it. Does so. Back to McIntosh. McIntosh working for a shot. It's up. No good. Stick back Stapleton. It's good.
Stapleton working hard in there on the boards here early.
Yeah, Emmy Stapleton, 5'11 junior. Cuts it back to a 3-point lead for Ripley. Fisher on the drive, dishes off. They're going to say she traveled. Turnover for the Lady Jays. Well, there's your substitution for Fisher.
Yeah, 23 checking into the game for Ripley. Abby Taylor, a 5'2 sophomore.
Minute 55 to go in the first half. Staten with the basketball. Ripley still showing that zone. McIntosh for 3, no good. Stapleton fighting for the rebound. Ends up in the hands of Diatley, but it's thrown away on the outlet pass. McIntosh with a steal. She can't get the shot to go inside the paint. And what do we have? A recovery foul committed by West Union as Ripley had the rebound. I believe they're going to charge that to Lewis. Yeah, number 21. Olivia Lewis will collect that foul.
That's her first. Checking back into the game, number 12 is Grace Taylor.
Full court pressure again out of West Union. Grace Taylor able to break that pressure. Running shot inside, no good. And then we have a flagrant foul. Is that the right or intentional foul? What do you call that when they the cross arms move there, Ryan, is what do you actually call that foul?
Intentional foul.
Intentional foul. It was a push is what happened.
Yeah, a little frustration there.
Yep. So Grace Taylor will come out. And Olivia Lewis will get to shoot some free throws all by herself.
Costly foul on Grace Taylor, too.
Yeah.
I have her for her 3rd foul.
They're showing only 2 on the board.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, we'll check that here at halftime. As we work our way toward the Barry Chevrolet halftime. Lewis on the free throw line could cut it to a 1-point lead if she can make both of these. Makes the first. 27-25 the score. That one also good. And West Union will, of course, get possession as well.
Olivia is a 78% free throw shooter on the year, and she looked pretty good right there.
It's been a little cold from behind the three-point arc tonight, but traditionally a pretty good shooter. McIntosh with the basketball for the Dragons' left side, out to Staten. Staten driving inside the paint, has her shot blocked, but Lewis is able to collect it, puts it up, no good, and then on the outlet, it's going to be tipped out of bounds by West Union. So Ripley will have possession. Only some token backcourt pressure this time. With the basketball, Abby Taylor. Taylor dribbling around to the right side, hands it off over there to Manning for a 3. That's no good. Staten on the rebound. Staten pushes it up the floor, then slows it up, goes back out top to McIntosh. She'll drive inside, run her in the paint, no good. And fighting for the rebound, it gets tipped back out to Staten. She'll put it into the hands of McIntosh, who they leave open for a 3, and she makes the Lady Jays pay for it. West Union regains the lead by 2. Other direction with it is going to be Hackney. First shot was no good, but she's fouled on the second shot. She got her own rebound. So that'll put Raquel Hackney on the free throw line shooting 2.
That foul looks to go on number 21, Olivia Lewis, her 2nd.
This game is a little bit closer than I think all of us thought it would be. I believe Don picked West Union in this one by 10, if I remember correctly. First free throw was no good. Second one is good. It's a 1-point ball game. West Union with the lead, 29-28. McIntosh passes left side to Stout, back to McIntosh. Quick touch in the corner there was Weekly. Staten with it, out on the right side wing. Back to McIntosh. They'll reverse left side Weekly. Now Stout in the corner. Stout trying to pass it inside to Stapleton. Has it lost away, and a last-second shot. Nice throw as Manning from 3/4 almost.
That was a little closer than we all expected.
That's right. Hit the backboard, so not a bad shot at all from 3/4 court. That's how we'll end the first half. West Union leading Ripley by 1, 29-28. Don't go away. The Barry Chevrolet halftime coming up right after this.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
Ripley 14-8. So a 6-point advantage for West Union starting the second quarter. In that second quarter, though, Ripley came back alive. They were able to regain the lead from West Union and actually outscored them in that quarter 20-15. So a 5-point advantage for Ripley in that second quarter. But West Union still hanging on to a 1-point lead, 29-28 here at the half. By the way, Ripley led by as much as 7 points in that second quarter, the largest lead of either team in the basketball game. We're going to send it back to the studio. Mrs. Sarah Rigdon, I should say, is going to bring you the Higgins Steel Roofing studio update. She's got a couple of scores for you already in from our Shack teams here on Monday night, girls' night. So stand by for those scores with your Higgins Steel Roofing studio update coming up next here on C103.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained. Because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap? We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy Delivery.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
Welcome back to the Barry Chevrolet halftime report. Ryan, what do you got for us stat-wise from that first half?
After that first quarter, we'll start with the Ripley Lady Jays. Started out a little sluggish that first quarter to get some scoring up there. They was 3 for 12 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, but really found it. A little drive and kick by Taylor and Fisher in that second quarter led to some easy looks. They were 7 for 11 in that second quarter. They ended up 10 for 23, 43% in the first half. Some pretty good shots there. Leading the scoring is Alyssa Fisher with 9. Raquel Hackney with 11 in that first half, and Alyssa Fisher with 9. On the West Union side, they ended up 8 for 24 at 33% from the field, 3 for 12, 1 for 7 in that second quarter from beyond the arc to be at 25%. I think they're taking a lot of threes there with that zone defense, and I think Coach Jacob Stout would like to see them knock down some of those. Good looks. I think they might end up falling for West Union. Leading them in scoring is 23, Annabella McIntosh. She has 11 points.
Which is her average, by the way.
Yes, and off the bench, Emmy Stapleton, big rebounds, has got 8 points in that first half.
And she only averages 2 on the season.
Yeah, she's having a really nice first half. Turnovers both ways. Ripley guards taking tremendous care of the ball. I've only got them down for 4 turnovers. West Union uncharacteristically a little bit here with about 8 turnovers in the first half.
What changes would you make in the second half? I thought Ripley had some success out of the zone defense, and so I think maybe I would stick with that. On the West Union side,
yeah, I think Ripley, like you said, in the zone, they're kind of like an extended 2-3 zone. West Union's doing a really good job of getting the ball at the free throw line and then kicking it out. And I've noticed a couple girls, Olivia Lewis, she's had a couple good looks and then maybe wanted to dribble and maybe get a better shot. And I think maybe Coach Stout's probably telling them, have confidence. Have confidence and shoot the ball. And offensively, Ripley taking care of the ball pretty well. I mean, West Union's, they've got their hands very active, get some tips and stuff, but Miss Fisher and Taylor are taking care of the ball pretty good for Ripley so far.
Taylor, of course, does have a bit of an issue with 3 fouls.
Yes, she does. That last one there right to end the half was her 3rd. We thought they might have had her in for 2, the little discrepancy between us and the clock, but she does have 3. So she's going to have to play under control.
Yeah.
I mean, she's very important to Ripley against this pressure at West Union, so she's going to have to stay on the court for Ripley to keep this thing close.
West Union had some full court pressure in that first half. Ripley really didn't score. They were fairly easily making it through the pressure. Do you continue to apply that pressure? You weren't getting turnovers out of it, but again, Ripley also wasn't scoring by beating the press down the floor.
Yeah, that's a good question because just a couple times in the second quarter, Ripley was able to kind of beat it and capitalize on a layup or 2. Not many, so I would look for him to probably keep the pressure on him. He's got a pretty good bench down here at Ripley. You know, as we said, Emmy Stapleton comes off the bench, gives him some quality minutes.
Yeah. All right, we are ready for second half action, so that'll do it for the Barry Chevrolet halftime report. We got a little windy there. Talking about this basketball game, it is shaping up to be, again, a little bit more of a game than we thought it was going to be. The Ripley Lady Jays have improved from what we saw earlier in the season. West Union will have the basketball to start the second half. Staten with the basketball out on the left side wing, and it looks like Ripley is going to be in that zone defense and match up pretty good with it. Able to stop Stout. She'll hand it off to McIntosh, who will have it top of the key to set the offense. Goes left side Lewis. She's open for the 3. That one off the mark. Rebound was fought for and taken away from Hall. And then what do we have?
Looks like a travel.
Ripley not able to take care of the basketball. They'll turn it over. So an opportunity here for West Union. See if they can make up for that.
Oh, what about that?
You don't see that very often. It's a smart move. What happened there is the Ripley player was facing away from the person taking it out, which was McIntosh, and she passed it to herself off of that person's back. And then a turnover, and on the drive, Staten is, I think, fouled, or are they just going to say it went out of bounds? Off Ripley. Yep. So it was stripped away by Ripley and went out of bounds. So this time, that mistake is not made by Ripley, as they will inbound out top. McIntosh to Stout, to Lewis, back to Stout. Stout across the lane with a bounce pass, up and in, Jocelyn Hall.
That's her first 2 points on the night.
Lady Dragons looked pretty good that offensive set. Lady Jays with the basketball. Taylor brings it out top to set the offense. Man-to-man defense being applied by West Union. Taylor passes into Hackney. Hackney decides to make a move to the basket, and she's fouled. Shot did not drop, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. I want to thank another one of our season sponsors, Health Source of Ohio, providing a unique and comprehensive approach to health right in your community. That is Health Source of Ohio. Craig Campbell, who is part of our C103 and 99.5 The Edge broadcast team, a pharmacist for Health Source of Ohio. Hackney at the free throw line gets the first one.
Checking back in for West Union is number 4, Emmy Stapleton.
Lady Jays with an opportunity to cut this lead to just 3. If Hackney can get this second one to drop, looks good, and it is good. So West Union will now have the basketball. They'll push it up the floor, bring it up the floor, I should say, with Stout in control against the zone. Stout tries to drive the center of the lane because the zone was spread and ends up getting tied up in a dual possession, I believe.
I think this one's going to go to Ripley off the tie.
It is. So a turnover for West Union. We're going to see full court pressure, though, out of the Lady Dragons. Shack pregame report. Every game day at 4:45 and just before our broadcast, brought to you by Ron Lynch, your financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments in Maysville, and also Peebles Save-A-Lot. Ripley with a miss on their end. Back the other direction. Lady Dragons turn it over. Taylor coming up with it. Ahead to Fisher. Fisher, left side layup is good. 1 point game. 33-32. West Union on top. Stout with the basketball.
11 points for Alyssa Fisher. She averages 9. She's exceeded that by 2 points here already, Ken.
Stout goes left side, McIntosh. McIntosh on the drive. A little too hard off the glass. No good. Rebound taken away by Manning. She'll get it to Grace Taylor. Taylor's going to bring it up the floor. Hands it off to Manning out top for a long 3. It's no good. Rebound put back Fultz. And a foul committed underneath by West Union. Shot was no good. Fultz will go to the line to shoot 2.
That foul's going to be charged against Emmy Stapleton, her first. Team second of the quarter.
Stick around after the game for the Willie and Son Trucking post-game show. We'll talk to our winning coach, the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show, and of course, we'll name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. First free throw was a miss. Second one also a miss. But guess what? Hackney with a rebound. Put back up. Oh, it rims out. And tied up underneath. Has it taken away. That was Manning who had it. It's taken away by the Lady Dragons. McIntosh trying to push it up the floor. Almost loses her dribble. Regains it. Likes the 3. Whoa. Nothing but net. Wow.
She was just a couple feet behind the line there, Ken.
Yeah, just a little. College range 3 for sure, if not NBA. 4-point lead for the West Union Lady Dragons, 36-32 with 5:04 to go in the third. Ripley has it tipped out of bounds by West Union, so the Lady Jays will inbound from the corner. Manning looking to put it in. Doesn't lob into Hackney, instead goes out top to Taylor. Hackney posting up inside. She wants the ball. Staten almost takes away the pass. Hackney with a quick touch. Back out to Manning for 3. No good. Fultz with a rebound. Finds Manning for a putback. That's no good. And then 2 Lady Dragons unfortunately compete against each other for the rebound and lose it out of bounds.
Checking into the game for West Union, number 22, Shelby Weekly. She'll be replacing Emma Stapleton.
Manning will look to inbound. Goes out top to Fisher. She likes the three. It's no good. Rebound controlled by Stout. Stout brings it up the floor and passes it a little bit too wide left side to Staten and ends up out of bounds.
4 quick turnovers here in this half for West Union, a little uncharacteristically here.
4:34 to go in the basketball game. Taylor met with man-to-man pressure. Goes right side, and then Weekly almost had the steal. Tracking it down and driving in is going to be Hackney. She's fouled on the drive. I believe they'll say she was shooting. Yep, they're going to give her 2.
That foul's going to be the second on Jocelyn Hall. As Hackney's going to the line where she's 40% on the season.
First one is good. Back to a 3-point ball game. West Union with a new player in the game. First time on the floor tonight for Madison White. Second free throw by Hackney is also good. She's 100% tonight, isn't she?
She's 7 for 8.
Okay. She has missed a few.
She's been working on that free throws at practice, it looks like, Ken.
And they try to go left side to White. It's tipped by Hackney, so it'll end up staying with West Union as it went out of bounds off Ripley. Head coach Jake Stout, I don't think, was real pleased with these last couple of offensive sets. McIntosh will have it on the inbound. Dribbling out there as the Blue Jays, I think, have gone back to man-to-man, or they're just matching up on zone. Left side, Staten to White. Back out top. McIntosh for 3. That one a little bit short. Ripley with a rebound. Coming up with it, Fisher. Fisher, 3-on-3. Left side, Hackney up and in.
Nice pass.
Nice fast break. That ties us up. 36 all. With 3:45 to go in the third quarter. McIntosh out on the left side wing. Back out top to Staten. Staten gets to the elbow. Shots up. It's good. Oh, they're going to say she walked?
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah, a walk off the dribble there. She kind of gathered herself up.
Picked
for
it up too quick.
Shot. Yeah.
I did not see it.
Nice looking pull-up jump shot.
Yep.
Just a little shuffle of the feet.
Gets waved off. With the basketball, Taylor goes right side. Fisher for a 3. It's no good. Backside rebound. West Union does a good job of letting that go ahead and go out of bounds. Let's take a look at the scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and his staff at H&R Block in West Union, the tax professionals. Man, it'll be tax time before you know it. McIntosh, well, she changes the score with a really long 3 to put the Dragons on top by 3. West Union 39, Ripley 36 with 2:57 to go in the third quarter. Manning tries to answer, and she does. We're tied, 39 all. The back of 2 threes and a timeout called. We're going to take one as well. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV. Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. 2:51 to go in the third quarter.
Pretty good one, Ken.
It is. Liking this ball game. We may have spoke too soon, though, talking about West Union, or at least me talking about West Union possibly having the opportunity to go 11-0.
Oh, I think it's good to get excited for it. And it reminds us just how good basketball is in this league.
That's right. We love Shack basketball. West Union has it. Out top, McIntosh. And Ripley still in that zone, but they like to match up. Staten will try a 3 from the left-hand side. That one's no good. Rebound Bounces all the way out to Fisher. Ahead, Hackney on the layup. It's good, and she's fouled. Well, the Ripley Lady Jays came to West Union tonight looking to get a win. They are playing hard.
That foul's going to be charged to Miss Staten, her first.
That'll put Hackney on the free throw line.
She completes the old-fashioned three-point play.
Make it 42-39. Ripley back on top. They started this quarter trailing. Shot from the left-hand side by Staten is no good. Fisher with the basketball. Fisher drives the left side of the lane, kicks it out to Taylor. Now they find Manning for a three. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound controlled by Hall. Outlet pass into the hands of McIntosh. She'll be met out there by Fisher at half court. McIntosh gets to the elbow, shot no good. Hall with a putback, a little too strong. That one's no good. And then Staten trying to steal a pass, and she does. Staten trying to get it down underneath. She was hoping to get a foul called there, I think. It almost ended up as a pass. But I think that was Hall maybe was facing the wrong way. So it ends up going out of bounds, turnover West Union.
Checking back in for West Union, number 20, Madison Stout. She'll be replacing Shelby Weekly.
Minute 44 to go in the third. Full court pressure, and Ripley goes right over top of it to Hackney. Now everybody catches up, and Fisher loads the three. That one is no good. Rebound fought for. Who's got it? Looks like Stout came up with it. Minute 30 to go in the third. Stout with the basketball out top. Goes right side, Staten. Staten driving, gets inside the paint, running shot, no good. Rebound controlled by the Lady Jays. Taylor will have it. She'll slow it up a little bit. Going to try and run a play here. Goes left side off a pick. Manning pops out. They've got her for a three behind the screen. No good. But a long rebound all the way out to Taylor. Now Manning trying to drive in. Passes back out. Fisher will try the drive. And it's stolen away. Stout comes up with a steal. Goes ahead, and that's disrupted. Good defense there by the Ripley Lady Jays. They get back to stop that fast break. 51 seconds to go in the third.
Checking back in for Ripley, number 23. Abby Taylor is going to give Alyssa Fisher a breather. Alyssa with 11 points on the night.
McIntosh looking to inbound. Finds White at the elbow for two. Shot was no good, but McIntosh got the rebound. Passes out to Staten, and Staten is fouled.
Looks like we're going to have a foul on 23.
Yep, the
Abby
new gal
Taylor.
in the game.
Yeah. Her first. Team first.
So West Union will inbound underneath again. And McIntosh will find Staten right side corner, and she tries to pass it back out to White. And a little bit low on that pass. It ends up in the backcourt for an over and back. So the ball will go to the Ripley Lady Jays. Turnover for West Union. First, a substitution.
Coming back in, a little offense defense. Ripley's going to bring number 3, Alyssa Fisher, back in, replacing Abby Taylor.
Manning will come over to throw it inbound to Taylor. West Union in a zone. Left side Hackney. Reverses right side Fisher. She'll try the three. That was short. Might have been trying to throw it inside.
Yeah, almost looked like a pass into Hackney.
I think it was. Didn't work out. Staten with the basketball. She'll drive baseline runner up and in. Back to a 1-point game. Ripley on top. Down to 14 seconds. Ripley will go for a final shot. Foltz out to Fisher. Down to 9 seconds. Taylor back to Fisher. Reverses Manning for three. Nope, that one pops out, and this clock's going to run out. We'll end the third quarter with the Ripley Lady Jays leading the West Union Lady Dragons by 1, 42-41. We're back right after this with fourth quarter action on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
Lady Dragons have the basketball to start the 4th and final. McIntosh with it against this matchup zone. Goes inside Stout, over top. High post, low post to Hall, up and in. West Union regains the lead by 1. Ripley with the basketball. Taylor to Manning in the corner for a 3. That one no good. Foltz with a rebound. Put back is good. Ripley back on top. Trading the lead back and forth, just like we have done all game.
Yes, give Miss Callie Foltz her first 2 points of the night.
And McIntosh loses it away. Taylor comes up with a steal ahead to Fisher. Tried to pass it to Hackney. Stout intercepts it. They're going to try and double team Stout in the backcourt, and she had it tipped away. And yeah, she did double dribble. Now, part of that I think might have been, unfortunately, that Stout about ran into one of the officials. Might have had something to do with that double dribble. Either way, though, the officials are just considered part of play, correct?
Correct. That is correct, Ken.
Taylor with the basketball, left side Manning. Manning off the screen, hands it off out top to Fisher. Fisher directing some traffic.
West Union's went back to this man-to-man.
Yeah, and I think that's throwing a curveball at the Ripley Lady Jays. They're not sure what to do. They've been staring at that zone for a couple of quarters. Foltz on the right side, low block with a turnaround, no good. Stout pulls down the rebound. Stout with the basketball, bringing it up the floor. Left side goes around Foltz, but Foltz blocks her shot from behind. Nice block. So it'll end up out of bounds off Ripley. West Union will inbound underneath with 6:21 to go in the ball game. They trail by 1. Stout, McIntosh. Stout should have stopped inside the paint. Nobody picked her up as she flashed through the lane. Staten inside the paint. One-handed shot, no good. Lady Jays have the rebound. Taylor with the basketball, brings it to the center of the floor, got to the free throw line and stopped. Passes out to Foltz. Foltz hands it off to Fisher out on the right side. Fisher dribbles to the corner and then brings it back out top.
Good decision. Extremely patient guard.
Fisher off the screen, left side, tried to get it to Manning and it was tipped away. And they're going to say Manning touched it last. Turnover for the Lady Jays. West Union with an opportunity to regain the lead. Still a lot of time on the clock. 5:41 to go in the ball game. Stout and McIntosh working it back and forth. They double team Stout and tie her up. That'll be a turnover for West Union. Missed opportunity. One of these outstanding athletes will enjoy some Snappy Tomato Pizza. We'll name our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Brought to you by Snappy Tomato Pizza in Seaman and West Union. Taylor off the screen. Nice pick and roll to Manning. Shot was no good, but she's fouled. Manning's going to shoot 2.
That foul's going to be on number 41, Madison White, her first.
Both of these teams are extremely well coached. We have seen a lot of set plays in this game by both teams.
That's
both
Kelly. Excuse me, Ken. That's
all
Kelly
right.
Foltz hitting the first of 2 free throws here.
Both of these coaches, by the way, in their second year of coaching at their respective schools. Second free throw was no good. And on the rebound, there was a foul committed by West Union. So now Ripley will get to inbound underneath. Another big-time opportunity here for Ripley.
That's number 12, Jocelyn Hall, her third.
Hackney with it. Staten steals it away. Staten and Taylor one-on-one. Staten driving in left side. Couldn't get it to drop. Backside rebound collected by Fisher. Fisher trying to push it up the floor to Foltz. Kicks it out to Hackney. In they go to Manning. Manning working hard to get a shot up. It's no good. It was blocked by Hall. And then Manning touches it last as it goes out of bounds. Timeout, West Union. We're going to take one as well. Exactly 5 minutes to go in the game. 45-43, Ripley leading West Union. We're back after this.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap? We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy Delivery.
Coming out of the timeout, West Union Lady Dragons will have the basketball. Both teams, I think, seem like they're in pretty good physical condition.
They do for early in the season.
Yeah, we're not really seeing tongues wagging out there. They're not grabbing their shorts and looking like they're out of breath. And West Union breaks the press, pushes it ahead to Hall. Up and in, we're tied at 45 apiece. Back the other direction, Taylor on the drive. Shot's no good. Hall pulls down the rebound. She's triple teamed and fouled. So again, we are tied at 45 apiece. Who'd they charge that to?
That foul's going to be the first for Miss Callie Foltz.
Well, how did she make it this far without a foul?
I don't know.
And she gets a
And
steal.
she gets a big steal there.
Yep, hands it off to Fisher. Fisher
Nice
bounce pass. Wow, Hackney up and in. Ripley back on top. 47-45 the score. West Union with the basketball. Stout driving in, scoop shot, no good, but she's fouled. That'll put Madison Stout on the free throw line shooting 2.
Now Miss Callie Foltz picks up her second foul, Ken.
Let's take a look at the free throw percentage.
Miss
for
Madison Stout, 38% on the year.
Well, she has an opportunity to improve that. And she does, as the first one is good. Still a 1-point lead for the Ripley Lady Jays. 4:23 to go in the ball game. Second one is good. We are tied again at 47 all. Lady Jays have the basketball. Fisher will have it out top, facing man-to-man. She's going to try and drive in. Dishes off Foltz, baseline for 2, no good. Rebound controlled by Stout. Outlet pass to Staten. Staten will bring it up the floor. Passes left side to Lewis. They go to Stout in the corner for a 3. That one's long. Manning on the rebound. Outlet to Taylor. Taylor one-on-one against Staten. Couldn't get the shot to go, and it's tipped around, and finally it ends up out of bounds off Taylor. Good job there by Staten getting back and not
fouling.
Not fouling, yes.
Yeah, good defense.
So West Union will now bring it up the floor with 3:45 to go in the ball game. We're tied 47 apiece. Stout picks up her dribble, finds McIntosh. They go to Hall down the left side, low block. Hall with a shot up, no good. Rebound, Stout on the putback, I think is fouled, or are they just going to say it went out of bounds off Ripley? Yeah, no foul. So that was a partial block, and it went out off of Ripley. So West Union looking to inbound. Stout again flashes through the paint, but doesn't stop in there. She could get it right underneath the basket if she'd stop. A foul is committed by Ripley.
That'll be number 3 on Callie Foltz. She went a long time without any and starting to collect them here a little bit.
So West Union looking to inbound again. Stout will get it out on the right side wing.
Nice look.
Yeah. Bounce pass down low to Olivia Lewis, who puts it up and in, and the Lady Dragons are back on top by 2. Taylor with the basketball, and she's fouled from behind. As that was an oops foul. McIntosh couldn't stop.
That's Annabelle McIntosh's second foul on the night. Team third of the quarter.
Make sure you pick up your Southern State Community College pocket schedule.
Oh, nice inbound.
Oh, it is. Nice set play, and Taylor ties it up with a basket underneath. 49 all. West Union has it. McIntosh against the zone out top. Passes left side, Stout. Back to McIntosh. West Union showing some patience. Pass goes right side. Staten almost overthrew it. They try to double team Staten. She passes out to Stout for a long 2. No good. Staten on a rebound. Put back no good. And then we've got a foul on the rebound, I believe committed by West Union. Back to that Southern State Community College pocket schedule. Grab one. They are pretty cool. They tell you who is playing every night, every team, girls and boys. Also tells you what we're broadcasting. That's the C103 Southern State Community College pocket schedule. They are available at several retailers around the area, and they should be available as you come through the gate at your next ball game.
That was the 5th foul on Olivia Lewis, Ken. That was a costly foul.
That was an expensive foul, and now we have another foul committed in the backcourt, and Ripley is going to shoot 2 shots the rest of this game.
That's Ashla Staten, her second.
So Fisher will be on the free throw line again, shooting 2. Time for that friendly reminder. This broadcast is for the private use of the C103 audience. Any other use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the consent of C103 is prohibited. First free throw was good. Second one also good. Ripley back on top by 2. 51-49 the score. West Union pushing it up the floor. Pass picked off by Hackney. Hackney and Taylor 2-on-1. Shot's good, and she's fouled. Taylor's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned 3. Right now, Ryan, it looks to me like Ripley wants it. They want it a little more than the Lady Dragons, and a timeout called by the Lady Dragons. Coach Jake Stout wants to see if he can change that around. We'll take a break as well. Again, it is a 4-point ball game. Ripley leading 53-49. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Network.
Holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
As we come back, Grace Taylor on the free throw line, ready to shoot one. The old-fashioned three. That would give Ripley a 5-point lead. Well, that one misses, but Manning gets the rebound out to Hackney for two. Well, that worked out beautifully for the Ripley Lady Jays. They're now on top by 6. West Union off the screen with the basketball is going to be Stout at the elbow for two. It's no good. Rebound controlled by Manning. Outlet to Taylor. They will push it ahead, right side to Hackney. Now back to Taylor. And the Lady Jays probably going to try and take some air out of the ball if they can. With it is going to be Manning. Back to Fisher. And Staten forced to commit the foul to stop the clock. Now, of course, that's going to put Fisher on the line shooting two, and I think she made them both last time she was there.
Yes, she did. She made her last two. She's 2 for 4 on the night.
Let's take a look at the H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and his staff at H&R Block in West Union. First free throw is a miss. I guess we jinxed her. Ripley leads it 55-49 with 1:57 to go. She missed both, but wow, another important rebound by Manning. Puts it back up and in. That's 2 in a row for her. McIntosh with the basketball, finds Stout. Stout way out top, goes left side, Staten. Inside they go to Hall. Back out to McIntosh. McIntosh back to Hall at the left side elbow. Out to Stout. And they find Staten left side. She'll try the three. That one is no good. Rebound controlled by Manning. Man, she is a rebounding machine right now.
Stepped up big here in the fourth quarter.
Taylor with the basketball goes right side Fisher, and yeah, they're just going to try and take the air out of the ball.
Coach Littleton said spread it out.
Yep, and that's the right thing to do. And again, Staten forced to commit the foul to stop the clock, and I think that might be an expensive one. Nope, not 5 yet. Only 4.
That's 4 on Ashla Staten.
Fisher will go back to the free throw line. 8-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game for Ripley. They led by 7 in the first half. Now they lead it by 9 as the first one by Fisher is good. 58-49. Second free throw is also good. 10-point lead for the Ripley Lady Jays as they are on their way to handing the Lady Dragons their first loss of the season. 1:06 to go in the ball game. Timeout called. We're going to take one as well. We're back right after this.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
West Union will bring the ball the length of the floor.
Coach Littleton's going to put a little token pressure up, try to chew a little of that clock up.
Just to slow them down, they go ahead to Hall, back out right side to Staten, then to Hall, back to Staten. West Union needs to get a shot up, and Hall does from the elbow. Shot was no good. Rebound collected by Stout. Out to McIntosh for a three, no good. Hall with a rebound this time. And a foul committed. Oh, by the way, that was Stapleton earlier when I was saying Hall. Timeout's called by West Union to save that possession. 42.6 seconds to go in the ball game. We're going to take a timeout as well. We're back right after this.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, inbound goes all the way into the backcourt, and West Union turned it over. They thought it was over and back, but it was not, because it was tipped into the backcourt by Ripley. So an unfortunate error there by the Lady Dragons will turn it over to Ripley. Taylor with the basketball on the inbound, and they're just going to take the air out. Hackney has it. Ripley's going to play keep away. They throw it back out. Now Taylor with it, and the foul committed by Stout to stop the clock.
That's Stout's first foul on the night.
Well, with these new rules where you get 2 free throws every time you foul at the end of the ball game to stop the clock, it's a little more costly, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's going to put Grace Taylor at the line.
Misses the first one. Ten-point lead for the Ripley Lady Jays with 27.8 seconds. Second one is good, making an 11-point lead. 60-49 the score. It's Ripley on their way to getting their first conference victory. Stout for a long three, no good. Fisher has the rebound. Again, Lady Jays are just trying to play keep away. Triple teamed, and that was a little bit hard. I don't think McIntosh meant to make that foul quite that hard. And she is apologizing.
Yes, she is. Good sportsmanship right there on behalf of Miss McIntosh.
Well, I think that was just a freshman mistake, or sophomore mistake. She's a sophomore.
She's still out there right now telling her, sorry about that.
So the officials are going to have a discussion about it and trying to decide what to do.
Yeah, I think by rule one of them situations where you probably need to call an intentional foul.
Right. Yeah.
But the reaction of the player from West Union was like, she was very thoughtful,
right,
helping her back up.
Well, intentional, but not necessarily a flagrant foul, right?
Correct. No heinous act.
Yes. So the officials have had a conversation about it. They're going to talk to head coach Jake Stout, and I believe get this all worked out. Only 14 seconds on the clock. Realistically, whatever happens, it's not going to change the outcome of this ball game.
No.
Ripley Lady Jays have pretty much sealed the deal here with an 11-point lead in 14 seconds.
They are going to go ahead and call an intentional foul there.
Yeah. So Taylor will go to the free throw line to shoot these by herself. And Ripley will also get the ball back. First one is no good. Stick with us for the Willie & Son Trucking post-game show. We're going to have a conversation with head coach Rabbit Littleton for ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We're also going to name one of these Lady Jays the Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game.
Miss Taylor 1 for 7 on the night from free throw line. I'd say Coach Littleton's going to have her shooting some free throws tomorrow practice.
Well, she can blame a couple of those on having bounced off the floor a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're just going to run the clock out as the Ripley Lady Jays dribbling the basketball, and there's the clock. That'll do it. The Ripley Lady Jays get their first conference win of the season as they defeat the West Union Lady Dragons by 11. Stick with us. The Willie & Son Trucking post-game coming up right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Welcome to the Willie & Son Trucking postgame show. Let's talk about scoring by the quarters in this game. It was West Union winning the first quarter as they took the lead for the first time in the ball game with 1:17 to go in that first quarter, outscoring Ripley by 6, 14-8. In the second quarter, Ripley stepped up the offensive game and outscored West Union by 5 points in that quarter, 20-15. But that gave West Union still a 1-point advantage at halftime, 29-28. In the third quarter, Ripley tied it up with 3:45 to go in that quarter at 36 all. They outscored West Union by 2, 14-12 in the third quarter to give Ripley the 1-point lead heading into the fourth and final quarter. With 4:41 to go in the ball game, West Union tied it back up at 45 all. And then again with 4:21 to go in the ball game, West Union tying Ripley up at 47. But from that point, West Union had the lead, I think, for one basket, and then Ripley regained it and led it the rest of the way. And coming out on top, outscoring West Union in the fourth and final quarter by 10 points, 18-8, to give Ripley the 11-point victory. Again, congratulations to the Lady Jays. They improved their record in conference play to 1 win, 2 losses, and they are now 2-2 overall on the season. So the Lady Jays heading the right direction, and the Lady Dragons, I'm sure, are very disappointed as that is their first loss. They were off to a 4-0 start, and I talked about it in the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show that they could maybe go as far as 11-0 before possibly losing a game, and I was certainly wrong. The Lady Jays proved that tonight. Stick with us. We've got more to come with the Willie & Son Trucking postgame. I know Ryan is working on some stats, but first we're going to have a conversation with head coach Rabbit Littleton right after this on the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show.
Snappy tomato pizza.
Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap? We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, Snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy delivery.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift.
Welcome back to the Willie & Son Trucking postgame. Joining me, head coach Rabbit Littleton with your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. Coach Littleton, Congratulations. You completely blew my thought process in the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show where I was bragging about West Union. And, you put that to an end here tonight and got your first conference win on the season.
Well, thank you, Ken. And bragging on West Union is not a bad thing because they've started out really good with a 4-0 start. And Jake's doing a great job with those kids. And they play hard the whole game, and we knew they would. But we listened to the radio broadcast at 4:45 on the bus on the way here, so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But no, that was a great game, and again, in the past, you beat West Union. I think you're supposed to, most teams in the conference, right? But now, to me, this was a big win, and we talked about it on the way here that we need this game, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it wasn't easy. I mean, the score was a lot closer than it showed right to the end. But, again, Jake's doing a great job. And so proud of our kids. They played so hard, and they're fun to coach, and we love them.
Well, both of these teams are on the upswing. You and Jake, I think, are both in your second year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And both of you are making a difference in your programs. We like what we saw in this game. Ryan and I talked about it during the broadcast. We kept seeing set plays.
Right.
Now, to get to the point where you can have a bunch of set plays, you have to have all your fundamentals in order.
Yep, that's right.
And so in the past, sometimes neither of these teams, or both these teams, I guess I should say, have lacked some fundamentals at times.
Right.
And so I think you guys are looking pretty good. I liked what I saw in this game.
Fundamentals are, I mean, we have 2-hour practices, and the first hour of practice is fundamentals. Every practice, and then our 66 practice this year, the first hour will be fundamentals, and so important. I mean, I've seen so many teams that work on plays, and half the kids can't dribble or catch the ball. So important, and our kids are buying in, and it's great too. A second year, because the majority of the plays we are running is from last year. There's the scouting report for us. So last year was all new to them. So it took a while this season to get it going, but. So we're proud of them. We have set plays, and they're doing a good job running them.
Yeah, I thought they looked real good. They were a little bit, I think, thrown off when West Union went back to the man-to-man in the fourth quarter. I think that threw them just a curveball a little bit.
Yep.
But other than that, they were pretty good about adjusting. You had no problem with the full court pressure.
Right. But we getting Grace back, it was big. She missed all the preseason and didn't come in off the bench in the first game, but she's the quarterback of this team, and we got to have her on the court.
Yeah. Well, that makes a big difference, and I did not know that. So she's just now finally coming up to speed.
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, she didn't practice at all with us. She was at all the practices, but our first game against Blanchester, she was looking for me after school. They was telling me in the office, Grace is looking for you, Rabbit. So she found me. And she said, Rabbit, I'm playing tonight. I said, oh, are you? She said, yep, I'm playing. I don't care what you say. So we didn't start her. We brought her in off the bench, but she just stepped right. She's just a great athlete, great kid.
Well, she got banged around a little bit tonight, bounced off the floor a couple times.
Right.
This final foul, I think, here was completely harder than it was meant to be by McIntosh.
Yeah.
She was showed a great sportsmanship.
Oh, yeah. She went straight to Grace and tried to and helped her up, and you could tell it was a basketball play. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at her at all, especially when she comes straight over and consoles Grace. So.
Yeah. So let's talk about some more of your players. We were pretty impressed with both Manning and Hackney.
Right.
There's some more of your size on the team, but not afraid to shoot it outside.
Oh, yes. Yeah. When I took over the job, the line I told them was an open shot's a good shot. I've coached girls basketball long enough to know that before you turn the ball over, if you got an open shot, take it. So they've all got the green light, and Grace with her leadership and Rock and Brooklyn juniors, they're 3-year starters, so they've got to step up. And Callie Fultz played a great game too. Our other junior played a great game for us.
And let's also not forget about Fisher.
Alyssa, yep.
A lot of hustle.
She had spurts and of the penetrating and dishes and hit shots when we needed. And like you said, the defense, we fourth quarter we started kind of eyeing 23, McIntosh, and she did a great job of that, putting ball pressure on her down the court. So all 5 starters played great. And that's what it takes to beat teams like this. You can't just have one or two. You got to have all five, and our bench players come in and played well too.
And you mentioned Foltz. I forgot to make a comment there. Did not contribute a whole lot scoring-wise this evening,
right?
But she got some important things when it mattered.
Absolutely, and that's what I've been telling all the kids, especially Callie. I said, if you might, people that know basketball, you don't have to score a bunch of points for people to think you had a great game. People that know the game, you could have 12 rebounds and 8 assists and 15 deflections, not score a point, but people know the game going to know you had a great game, and she had a great game.
Speaking of rebounds, back to Manning for just a moment. Ryan just wrote down she had 17 rebounds.
Absolutely.
2 of those in the final minutes of the ball game that were big.
Big. And we've struggled rebounding against Fayetteville. All 3 games, our rebounding has not been real good. Fayetteville, we didn't crash the boards offensively. We sent 3 back most possessions because they're so fast and so great.
Right.
And it didn't do us any good, so I don't know what we're going to do against them next time. But our rebounding struggled. Defense hadn't been great, but tonight that's what we talked about before the game. Don't worry about scoring points. They're going to come when they come. I said we need to concentrate on rebounding and defense. And when our rebounding and defense gets where it needs to be, then we can win some of these ball games.
Well, they did start off not being the best at rebounding.
Right.
West Union, I know, was getting more looks offensively on the boards. I think they got 3 attempts one time, and we made a comment about that. But you're right. They changed things around a little bit, got a little bit better at boxing out and getting some rebounds. And, again, defensively, I thought your team looked pretty good just overall.
Yes.
Overall.
Yep. And we needed this game. We needed it bad after we've lost 2 in a row. And Fayetteville just drilled us, and they're so good. And White Oak, we didn't quit. We got down 19 the first half and cut it to 6, I think, with about 4 minutes to go. So not quitting. I thought the Fayetteville game we kind of quit a little in the second half.
Well, that
wasn't
can
happy
happen.
with that, yes. But ever since then, it's kind of turned the light bulb on.
Yeah, some folks might say you were sandbagging just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not good enough to golf to sandbag. So.
Well, I tell you, your team is better than your record shows, no doubt about it. You proved it here tonight against the West Union Lady Dragons, giving them their first loss of the season.
Right.
Coach Littleton, thanks for joining us.
All right.
One of these days, you got to tell everybody why they call you Rabbit.
I'll do that.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Appreciate you.
Coach Rabbit Littleton with your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll take a quick break and be back with more of the Willie & Son Trucking with a look at stats and our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game after this.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back to the Willie & Son Trucking post game. Ryan Dotson, let's take a look at those stats.
Yes, let's look at the West Union Lady Dragons. In that first half, they was 8 for 24 for 33%, 3 for 12 from beyond the arc at 25%. And I think they come out in the second half, still got some good looks, was challenged by Ripley from beyond the arc in that what we called kind of a matchup 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
In the third quarter, was able to get to the middle of the paint a little bit there and hit some backdoor bunnies on the backside of that defense. But in the second half, they was 6 for 21 at 28% and 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. So for the game, they was 14 for 45 at 31% and 5 for 22 at 22%. From the free throw line, they was 6 for 7 at 87%.
Which is nice free throw shooting.
Good free throw shooting. And turnovers wasn't too bad. In that second half, they had 10. I had them for 17 turnovers in the game. Some individual scoring. Emmy Stapleton off the bench with a big 8 points. Ashla Staten with 4. Jocelyn Hall with 6. Madison Stout with 4 points. Number 21, Olivia Lewis with 8. And leading the scoring tonight for West Union, number 23, Annabella McIntosh. She had 19 points on tonight.
Big game for the sophomore. McIntosh averaging 11, so good bit over her average.
Yes, it was. She played a pretty good game tonight. Going over to the Ripley side, you want to talk about the Ripley stats a little bit here tonight?
Yep, let's go ahead and take a look at those stats before we name our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game.
In that first half, Ripley was 10 for 23 from 2 at 43%. Only one made 3 in the first half. They was 1 for 10 for 10%. In that second half, let's just stay beyond the arc, they was 1 for 12 in the second half. So for the game, Ken, 2 for 22. They shot a lot of threes, and there was a couple key threes. It felt like there was more falling.
It did.
And I went back and looked at some of my stats, and I was like, wow, it seemed like they shot a lot, and they did, but a few of them wasn't falling. But what was falling in that second half a lot, 9 for 20 in the second half from 2-point, was a lot of those drives and kicks from Fisher to Hackney, 2 points. So they was 9 for 20 at 45% from the 2. From the free throw line, something I think Coach Littleton's probably going to talk to him a little bit about in a game like this, 10 for 30 at 33%, definitely something we're going to want to work on.
Well, and with some of those stats that you would almost think, well, they're kind of lucky to get the win here. But the flip side would be that they could have beat West Union by a whole bunch more points if they'd have made more free throws.
Yeah, correct. And if West Union hits a couple key buckets there and keeps this thing tighter, those free throws would have come in play big time there. Some individual scoring. Callie Folks in the second half was 1 for 4 from a free throw line. She ended up with 3 points. Grace Taylor with 9 points and had to really handle the ball a lot against the pressure defense of West Union tonight. She was 1 for 7 from a free throw line. Also a big night under the rim with 17 rebounds. Unofficial Brooklyn Manning. She finished 2 for 2 from a free throw line with 9 points. And Alicia Fisher, the other guard, she was 4 for 8 from a free throw line with 15 points. Had 9 of those in the first half. She's averaging 3 assists, and I'm gotta think, that she probably had an easy 5 or 6 assists tonight, was Alyssa Fisher.
And quite a bit over her average of 9 points a game.
Yes, definitely, Ken. And rounding out the scoring, she was 8 for 9 from the free throw line, and she had 11 points in the first half and 13 in the second half to finish with 24 points. Number 30 had a really, really nice game. Very efficient around the rim tonight was Raquel Hackney with 24 points.
I tell you one thing I liked about Raquel tonight was the fact that she was in the right place at the right time repeatedly. Somebody would drive in, she'd be right there for the dish off. She was just always there, and that's part of what contributed to that 24 points. What do you call that? Floor awareness.
Floor awareness. She definitely did. You could see multiple times tonight, Alyssa Fisher or Grace Taylor in transition bringing the ball up the court. Not only her, but Callie Foltz and Manning Hack, they just filled spots down here on the offensive and just waiting to get the ball delivered. But, yeah, very, very court awareness by Raquel Hackney, Ken.
So congratulations to Raquel Hackney, our snappy tomato pizza player of the game, and congratulations to the Ripley Lady Jays as, again, they get their first conference win tonight, and they stop West Union cold in their tracks on their trying to extend their undefeated season.
Trying to set a little history there, wasn't there?
Yes, they were. And we're on the road, and again, still, I think we're going to see a lot of good things out of West Union this year. No doubt about that.
Absolutely, Ken. Yep. Both of these programs are at different places than they was maybe 2-3 years ago, and they're going to challenge the top of the shack for a few years.
Yep.
A lot of good young talent on this basketball court tonight.
So congratulations to the Ripley Lady Jays. Again, they get the victory. I want to thank Sarah Rigdon for engineering everything back in the studio for us tonight, and also Matt Hildebrand for engineering everything here courtside with GoodGuysRadioTV.com. The Ripley Jays defeat the West Union Lady Dragons 60-49. That's going to do it for us here courtside. For Ryan Dotson, I'm Ken Smith.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, bye. I'm not sure if you're there still.
Yeah. Did you? I'm
okay.
sorry. Did you play?
Sorry.
Did you play the player of the game?
Yes.
Intro and everything. Yeah. Okay.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.